if you're frustrated and you just can't seem to get all the pieces to click together, definitely Derek and Vanessa are the way to go.
Hi, everybody. My name is Vanessa. I have Trish here with me. Trish is just wrapping up her full 12-week transformation program. Trish is an athletic trainer and a teacher, and she has lost 7 pounds and totally transformed her body from head to toe. So I'll pass it over to you, Trish, and we'll start with the first question here.
I saw it on Facebook. I saw it kept popping up and I kept looking and looking and looking, and it said all the right things of like, are you just ready to make a lifestyle change? It's not a diet, it's not a pill, it's not a shake, it's not a, buy in for 3 months of shakes and powders and stuff plan. It's a legitimate, like, let's see what you're doing and let's fix the mistakes. And athletic training, I knew how to eat and I knew how to work out, and I could never get those together. So I would always be eating really well, and maybe seeing some weight loss, but not seeing strength gains. And then I would go to the gym, and because I was at the gym, of course, I'm not eating well because I'm working out. I can eat whatever I want, right? So I would work out and I'd get stronger, but then I'd gain weight, and not like the good kind of muscle weight. It'd be, fat, and it was not the right spot, and I wasn't, really getting that much stronger. So I clicked and I started talking to you and Derek and saying, like, where am I missing the link? Where's the link not connecting? And you guys said we know how to get it connected. Do you want to work with us? So that's why I started is, I could never link all the parts together. And you guys helped me link it together.
Great. And
so I tried my Fitness Pal, like just logging my meals on my own, but never got into like the macros, like the right amount of protein and the right amount of carbs. It was just like I never knew where to connect those little bits of information. So like I got on my Fitness Pal and I'm like, I'm under my calorie goal, and I lost weight. And I told this to Derek in my like intro interview, was like I was constantly tired. I felt weak. I couldn't, like, I would need a nap in the middle of the day. I had no idea. Like I'd feel bloated, but then I wouldn't, and then my stomach would hurt, but then it wouldn't, and I had no idea. So, I lost weight, but I felt horrible. And obviously there, it wasn't like a sustainable thing because I felt horrible. I'm not going to keep doing this. So that's really all I would do is just like, oh, have a salad all day, just one salad all day to meet my calories and hit that deficit. But again, then I felt like crap, so so that's what I did. And that's why I stopped, is because I would feel horrible. It was missing the sustainability, obviously, because when I wasn't feeling well, I'm not going to keep doing that. And then obviously when you're not feeling well, you go to self-comfort stuff, which is a lot of rest. I'm going to rest and binge my favorite TV show. I'm going to go out to my friends and, go to the bar and, have a $50 bar tab and, greasy foods. And I'm going to have my comfort foods and stuff like that. And essentially it's going to go back to exactly what I was doing before, where, maybe I felt okay, but then I see my weight going up and then I see the fatigue coming back and stuff like that. So it's kind of like wherever I turned, I try to diet and I feel like, I don't feel good. I don't diet and I gain weight and I don't feel good, so it was just missing a lot of sustainability. And again, a lot of missing those connections of like, I feel like I'm doing everything right, but it's not working. Like something's not clicking somewhere, and it was missing that click. Just a lot of fatigue. I think even for like the first week, I was just like, I feel like I need a 2:00 nap. Like after I was done teaching, anytime I had to like transition. So from like my teaching day to my training day, I'm like, just low in energy, couldn't get to it. And then I was always going to the next part of my day, like tired and fatigued and like, like irritated because I'm tired and I'm grumpy and I don't want to keep working, but you got to go to your next part of your day. And then after athletic training, I'm going to, play school teacher for my own kids because of the pandemic and stuff like that. And like, I don't have a lot of patience with them and I just want a snack or like a soda or a Snickers, like just give me something for that quick instant fix. There's only so many quick instant fixes before, they burn out too. And, and then at the end of the day, you're stuck with your, irritable, fatigued, bloated, achy self,
Yeah.
and you just have to start it again, you
Yeah.
know?
So the cycle continues.
Right. Just to get stronger. So I recently got divorced, which was amicable. So luckily, I mean, there's a stress there just because obviously a big lifestyle change there. But I noticed even before that, I would do simple things and my body would hurt. Like I'd pull a muscle just like lifting up my son, or like at his wrestling practice, you know, a kid would kind of bump into me. I'm like, oh my gosh, my shoulder is killing me. So I just felt weak. um and now that I have like additional responsibilities around the house, cutting the grass and taking the trash out and things like that, um my body was just so weak. I'd be so tired and sore, almost like I did a workout after doing these simple household tasks. I'm like, I just simply need to get stronger.
Mhm.
Like I wanted to build muscle. I know a lot of women especially don't want to bulk up, or look like masculine, but like honestly, I'm just like, give me the muscle so I don't hurt. Like, I'll
Yeah.
figure out the image part on the back end, but I don't want to hurt at the end of the day. And
Yeah.
so I got stronger, and I put in a floor, and I take out the trash and mow the grass and built the deck and retaining wall, and nothing hurts, and it's awesome.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
definitely some muscle gain, definitely the weight loss. So we went into this, you and I went into this without specific numbers. I didn't, it wasn't like I was at one number and wanted to be a number or fit into a certain size dress or anything like that. I literally just wanted to feel better with movement.
Mhm.
So that's obviously nailed it. I feel so much better. I was actually just talking to a coworker of mine the other day. He was asking, typical questions, how'd the holidays go, stuff like that. And, now that you're back to teaching and break is over, like, and I'm like, you know what though? I actually feel really good. Like, he's like, what? I'm like, I feel really good. I don't mind going back to work. Like, I have the energy to do it. I feel, like I'm out of that brain fog. I'm not reaching for that 18th cup of coffee and stuff like that. Like, I feel good. Like I
Mhm.
just feel good about like my day and how my fitness is and my nutrition, and it's sustainable. Like, you know, we're wrapping this up, and I'm just like, yep, my fridge it looks like it does now than it did 12 weeks ago. Like 12 weeks ago when you're all gung ho and you start, and it's sustainable. It's easy to do. Keep it simple, right? Keep it
Mhm.
simple.
Yeah, that's right.
And it's easy, it's easy to maintain. It's something I can sustain. So I'm actually looking forward to, continuing building muscle, building strength, keeping the little bit of weight that I did have to lose, keeping that off,
Mhm.
and just seeing like what other challenges my body can do without pain, which would be
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, for sure. And I kind of mentioned this one too, but how has your life changed since starting the program? Obviously, you've lost some weight and you're feeling stronger, but I mean, and you talked a lot about energy, but anything else you can add to just how your life has changed?
It, like I feel good. I think my one of my goals every week when you did that form was like confidence. Like I do have confidence now. Like when someone says, "Oh, you should change that floor. Like that carpet's kind of gross. You should rip it up and change it." Like 12 weeks ago, I'd be like, "Oh, that's a summer project." Like, no, I like
Yeah.
no way. And I did it in one day over winter break. Like so. I'm a lot more confident when people say, "Hey, why don't you give it a try?" You and I had that conversation once too about like when we travel, right? It's
Mhm.
sustainable. There's no reason why I can't go to my sister's house and hit the grocery store on the way real quick.
Mhm.
Um, my kids like the food like I cook now too. They like experimenting with new foods and trying new stuff. So I have a lot more energy for them. I have a lot more energy for work. More people are calling for work, which is nice. So I have the energy to go and do more work. Like and
Yeah.
build businesses and stuff like that. So like it, just feeling good is probably the best way, and just not like physically, but like now that I feel like I can challenge bigger things and maintain those changes. It's not like a bungee jump where you did it once and said you did it. It's like now I could just go explore all the time. It's
Yeah.
nice.
I love that. That's a great answer.
Our conversations, um, I I get like part of our conversations, like these little like these pickles I get myself in. I think the biggest one was like I need a, hey, how does a Snicker on Fridays night fit. And you're like, let's talk about that Snickers for a little bit. And I'm like, oh. And you're like, is it just that you need something quick on the sidelines? Yes, that's what I'm looking for. And I've always just reached for the Snickers because it's easy, it's quick, I could throw it in my bag, like there's no trash, it's easy. Well, how about almonds? Oh, okay. They're just as quick as easy, and I can find them at the same get-go that I bought the Snickers at, and stuff like that. And then, like I said, when I had to travel with that emergency trip to go see my dad, I didn't have time to pack a cooler and make sure I had my water bottle and stuff like that. And you're like, hey, right before you get your sisters, it's your hometown, find your grocery store, pick up a few things to get you through the next day. Feel out the situation. Obviously, dad's number one. Like you have to take care of your family, but get a few items that'll get you through the next day or so until you can really go to the store and meal plan for however long you're going to end up being there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, like so simple. You're right. Like, so the coaching through those little scenarios that like you get, like I can meal plan, I can cook, I can meal prep, great. But those little scenarios where I'm just like, oh my gosh, I got held over at work. I have nothing to eat. This is what's in the vending machine. What's my best choice?
Yeah.
So that was very, very valuable, is like kind of helping me through those kind of emergency situations, or urgent situations, or kind of like got myself in a pickle. What do I do? The group coaching calls were valuable. It was nice to hear what other people were doing. The website, the Facebook group of just like show me your sweaty selfie Tuesday and stuff. It just like a little connection there of just like, I am really sweaty today.
Yeah.
This is kind of awesome. Like I'm posting today because this was a killer workout. Yeah. So, just those little connections that you made throughout, were what was most valuable to me.
Yeah.
So those little things that we can do.
That's awesome. I love that.
So keep getting stronger.
Yeah.
Like I don't think I have any aspirations for bodybuilding shows or anything like that. A 40-year-old single mom of 3 doesn't scream bodybuilding show to me. It may to other people, but not to me. I just want to, again, like just use my strength to like build my family. I have this house that has, a lot of projects that need to be done. I can do those now, and I have the confidence to do it, at least try them, or at least call the right person, so I have those. I can't wait to be stronger. I can't wait to help my kids through their athletic adventures. One loves gymnastics, one loves soccer, one loves wrestling. Like to be able to be, physical with them and go out and show them how to run and go out and, help set up for something because I'm confident and have the energy to and have the know-how. Do it. It's worth it, especially if you're frustrated with things that you've done in the past. Like I said, I have an athletic training degree. I have a license. I do training, but I could never get everything to click. So if it's one of those things where you've tried and you've tried and you've tried and you've done the pill or the shake, or someone down the road convinced you into like the shake and the powder and the tea thing or whatever it is, and you saw results, but then it came right back. So like if honestly, I'd say if you're frustrated with how things are going, not only nutrition wise and fitness wise, but just like I said, the biggest thing I got was this confidence of like, I just feel good about this. If you're frustrated and you just can't seem to get all the pieces to click together, definitely Derek and Vanessa are the way to go. If you're the type of person that needs a little accountability, that's another thing that was very good, is someone to say like, hey, I saw three pieces of cake last week. What are we doing? You're not scolding me, but you're just like, hey, tell me about that. Like what was going on there? So that's another thing. So again, if you just need a little accountability, if you just want someone to chat to, bounce some ideas off of, stuff like that, definitely give it a whirl. It's worth it for 12 weeks, for 20 weeks, for 6 months, whatever you want to do. It's worth it. It's definitely worth it.
Awesome. Well, thanks, Trish.
Hey, anytime.